After saving Absalom from a threat by the Whispering Tyrant and their servants festering within the grisly fair, our heroes took the fight to the Gravelands. Although they achieved victory over one of the tyrant's most powerful servants, it came at a dreadful cost, and they went their separate ways. A year has passed since then, and our heroes find themselves drawn together once again. Mysterious arrow cards have appeared in their possession, and the cards seem drawn to one another, pulling them back to the city of Absalom. The cards want to be whole once more, but their presence and their power is not unknown to everyone. As various groups mobilize to take them for their own, our heroes will find themselves drawn to a conflict, not just with these forces, but for the fate of Galarian itself. The cards have been dealt. Welcome to Stolen Fates.
I can go live. I can tell the whole world about that one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Stolen Fate. How are we all?
I was having a great time.
Yeah?
Then this happened.
Absolute smoke show?
I'm gonna leave.
I'm really glad that I left myself this note of what I wanted to do, because I'm right back in my mindset now that I'm in the Foundry. I'm like, oh, that is exactly what I wanted to do. And then in chat, there's a reminder to open that box.
I was so tempted to delete both of them.
Oh, I would have been so upset.
I was so tempted. Also, thank you, Aggro, for the villain points. We're going to be starting off fun.
Thank you for the villain points.
Oh, can't wait to see a character die this session. Whisper's just gonna get nuked.
Oh yeah,
what do you mean Whisper? All someone has to do is sneeze on Illustrana and she's dead.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna be so much funnier when Whisper gets nuked.
Don't deny us the loot box. Well, I can't do that now, can I? That would be silly.
I can't wait for Matt to cast Disintegrate on my character so my two fragile elf girls can die in the exact same way.
Look, you are
Getting
at that
turned
point.
into a pile of dust.
Elves invented synchronized deaths.
Elves invented turning into a pile of dust.
What awful thing did I say during the week to someone? Was it to you, Matt, or was it to Nick?
Maybe you say an awful lot of horrible things to me.
Nick.
We hear a lot of terrible things in our lives.
Mostly from Sam.
As I was watching the last week's session, I came across one particular part. I even time-stamped it to Nick. Well, not time-stamped it, but I recorded. I wrote it down.
About demons.
Yeah.
And the succumbing to them.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's not what you said. You said things before that. Before you said to succumbing.
Dicey Vim!
Ah, raid. That was supposed to sound a lot more enthusiastic. I'm sorry.
Welcome on in.
A lot more enthusiastic about talking about when elves were invented coming to demons.
So you just came into this. I'm so sorry.
I may have continued it deliberately.
To be clear, this is probably the best time to raid in because it is the start of the session.
It is, and I have got nothing.
Welcome to what is probably going to be the highlight. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're currently...
The highlight's gonna be when Illustrana turns into a pile of dust.
Whoosh.
I'll laugh if Matt mimics you and just eats you immediately.
What if it's not a pile? What if it's more of a clump? Is that still acceptable?
Yeah, that's acceptable. So long as Illustrana ends up in a state where she cannot be revived by Korgar, I think that's optimal. So I get to roll up a new character, you know?
Yeah, Ninzad's the only time I'm on top. I mean, what? Oh, love the silence after that.
Yeah, no, you sit and marinate in that, Matt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Bask in your... Oh,
my terrible
whatever
words.
It is.
But I should let everyone know, unfortunately, Leo/Weird is feeling a little bit under the weather this afternoon/evening and will not be joining us.
Oh, so you have to change the title.
I thought I did actually change that, but I had an OBS crash earlier, so that might have done it.
Yeah, let's blame something else.
But no, I did absolutely change it earlier. Oh well, that's fine. What's a live stream without a little scuff?
Professional.
Beat me to it.
Not a Paizo announcement stream, that's for sure.
They'd
God,
be
I could
getting
do
better
Paizo's
with
PowerPoints better than they could.
That reminds me, I do have to watch. They had the extra play thing on early this morning, like early this morning.
I mean, it was
Really?
presumably a reasonable time for everyone else in the world, but you know.
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah,
1 p.m. on a Friday when everyone's already working.
but yeah, that's for Lost Odyssey Godfall. It was the one shot that they did with like Matt Mercer, Deborah Ann Wall, Felicia Day, Reggie Watts, Brendan
Matt
Routh.
Mercer played Pathfinder? He's allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Once he released him?
the contract's up. Did you
Evidently.
Did you hear everyone's contract at WotC is coming up? Like
Oh no.
Chris Perkins has left. Who else left? The other guy. God, now I'm gonna have to look that up, otherwise I'm not gonna remember. It's just gonna bug me.
Dragon from famous Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, the dragons are gone. It's just dungeons now.
Jeremy Crawford has also left.
Oh no.
Jeremy Crawford. No.
Who will tweet so that we can understand the differences in all of these convoluted rule sets?
Right?
Is that who Jeremy Crawford is?
He's the guy who tweets on Twitter a bunch about like, and he'll just like, and like the thing is, like he is like an official source for ruling, or like a semi-official source for rulings, and it's so annoying.
Yeah. So the whole thing is that it started by someone just adding him on Twitter and being like, "Hey, we're having this argument. Do you have an answer for us?" And he like immediately replied, and because he's like the game designer for it. It was treated as like accurate, but the problem with that is like, okay, so we have to go digging through Twitter for rules. And it's just like,
okay, but as someone who tweeted at Hugh Jackman to sort of issue out and not get a response, I appreciate what that man was doing for those people.
You asked Hugh Jackman if we should call about Hugh Jackman's huge yacht.
Man, yeah.
Man.
I think one of these is more relevant to one of them than the other is. Look, hey, my dude, can you answer a question about the game you designed, and why it's so damn convoluted and not clear?
I want it noted, for official rulings on Pathfinder, all you have to do is visit the Paizo forums to see the errata.
Don't.
And that is, you know, a great place, and only good things happen on the Paizo forum.
Julia, I don't have the kind of time of day to be checking forums. Can't I just go to the official subreddit?
Absolutely not. Nothing good happens on the subreddit. If you're not locked into the forum, you're not getting the best Pathfinder news.
Thank you, Nick.
And you know, you really got to get the people that are politely mean to the designers of Pathfinder, I think, is the optimal.
We're always politely mean to Matt all the time. It doesn't help.
So the hilarious part about that is someone said to one of the designers who had identified them as a designer, "You're wrong about the game," and it's just like,
I mean, okay, listen, the designers are wrong about the game they designed
Okay.
sometimes, though. Like,
we're not talking
they
animal
are.
companions here.
That's fair, but like they are wrong sometimes.
You're being very generous there, Matt, and just stopping there.
I
You
am being
can
fair.
continue.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
There are more things that they're wrong about.
Combination weapons. Combination weapons. Oh.
How the moon works.
See,
Multi-armed ancestry.
we've already listed 3 things that are wrong, and
They're
one
not
thing that
wrong.
is
Some of
wrong
these
about
things are
Juliet.
opinions.
Wait, what did you just say? Did you say they're not wrong? They're just European?
Opinions.
Oh, you understand my confusion.
We're
Wow.
actually gonna change the legally blonde song. It's no longer gay or European. It's wrong or European.
Jesus.
Great musical, by the way, for anyone in chat who has not listened to the Legally Blonde musical. I highly recommend it.
You're a European.
I don't know
opinion.
about that.
It's a solid musical.
Yeah, but people keep saying I should listen to some Epic the musical, and then I'm like, that's about Greeks.
I think it's a solid listen.
I only care about Greeks after they're dead.
That's
Well, I have some great news about all
Yeah.
of the characters from the Odyssey.
No, I don't care about their living stories. I care about their stories after they died. Like the stories that happened in their afterlife.
Hey,
Oh,
say
okay.
Hades too. It's
hey,
what it
Dicey
is.
I really
Vim.
like when they.
I was
roll up.
actually specifically talking about Achilles and someone else in Hades 1, but sure.
Hey, Dicey
Hades 2 is
Vim.
also an
Are
excellent
you,
game.
are you glad you rated in? Is this everything you and your community wanted with this stream?
When you guys leave, can I come with you?
Playing pretend. We can pivot. We can pivot to playing
Well,
pretend.
speaking of pivots, who wants to start their character introduction?
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm Marta Maxwell in chat. I play Bao Saiying, the Yaoguai champion of Sun Wukong. Next person.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Whisper.
Hooray!
Korgar?
No, I'm not Korga. I said hi and Whisper, but sure, I'm Korga. I'm a dwarf.
Yeah?
Apparently, I have a hand for a wife, according to last week. I'm should be glad you didn't catch that bit. And my voice sounded real funny last week, but it's all fixed now.
Yep.
That's actually just how Korgar always sounds. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes he puts on a gruff voice, but
How did I get given this hand? Like
we mean give him
all the
hand, he
things were
married it.
done by Juliet.
I didn't do
I got the
that.
flack for it.
I didn't do that. Nick did that.
Well, Illustrana?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Juliet. I play Illustrana. I play an elf rogue. She's definitely a rogue and not like a cool knight character. It says rogue on her character sheet, so that's what she is. We're pigeonholing her. She's wearing all black. She's sitting in corners of taverns brooding. Her parents are dead. That one actually is true. Her parents are both dead.
Yeah, but she got better.
Yeah, her
She
parents
does have
died,
a-
but she
she's
got an
a
upgrade.
Foster mom. Yeah, she's got a foster mom.
Yeah, yeah.
One could say that you have traded up.
A cool uncle.
I don't. I wouldn't. Well,
There could be an argument made that Illustrana has traded up. some minor trauma for having a relationship with royalty
I mean,
could
that
be
is true.
seen as a net positive.
I mean, it's not like her family weren't petty nobles.
Yeah, but now you're
like-
not so petty. Well, actually, never mind. You're still pretty petty,
Yeah.
but you're not a petty noble.
Well, as for me, hello, hi, the voice you're hearing is mine. I am Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Eldritch buddy, Deaton. We're kind of in a shared body situation, but you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. It's fine. We can still deal out cards. We can still roll dice. It's all good.
We're dealing cards? What game are we playing?
Stolen Fate? Who wants to play Whisper tonight, though? As we switch over to the map.
One of the two marshals.
I can play Whisper.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Listen, can you do Whisper mechanically and I do Whisper's law? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Radical.
I'll do Whisper in combat. You do Whisper out of combat.
Fantastic. So every
Quite
time
two
Whisper
sets
takes
of
a
hands.
step today, it makes like a squeaky shoe sound.
I love how Nick has not gotten over how we character assassinated Val.
Even though we did not. We said we was gonna.
It's fine, Juliet. This is just 2 down, 1 to go.
This is like the time Andrew killed my character and then changed his name in our campaign's group chat to be 1 down, 2 to go.
Wow.
Wow.
You have to be dead to get reincarnation to work on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beans.
Which
We'll see what we can do.
Which number side is the guy on your die on, Obscure? Well, it's a D10.
I assume it's a.
Uh-huh.
Let's
on the
check a
3.
D10.
It's on the 3 side.
No, it's not. Well done, Sam.
It's on the 0.
It is, in fact, on the
fact.
0.
I had to check my D10s.
Because,
It's on the 0 of a D10 of a D100.
so, unlike most other die, or other dice, the D10 is unique in that it starts from 0 and goes up. It doesn't actually start at 1.
Depends on
Well,
what kind of D10 you've
doesn't
got.
start at 0. It actually starts at 1. It just has a 0 representing 10 because it's weird like that.
Or it starts at 0.
Oh, no,
I mean,
you're
now
wrong.
it's just going to annoy me that Deacon's eye is the wrong way around, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Matt. You've definitely now been hired by Paizo, because now you're wrong.
Anyway.
You absolutely get 1 to 10 D10s.
Well, I know that there are some D10 dice that have a 10 on them, but they're incorrect. Because all the traditional ones go from 0 to 9.
If you want to get real traditional, D10s don't exist. Back in my day, when we played the Royal Game of we only had a 6-sided dice or a D2, which was a coin flip.
How old are you?
Back in my day, we didn't have dice. We just smacked each other in the head with rocks.
Oh,
Whoa,
rocks.
whoa. You're using
Luxury.
rocks? Yeah.
Look at Miss
Some
Fancy
petty noble
Pants
she
over
is.
here with her rocks.
Back in my day, we didn't have anything. We had just walked out onto the land from the sea.
Oh, walking on land. Okay.
Movable limbs? Whoa, what is this?
Fucking. So, where last we left our heroes, you had made the harrowing journey into the Harrowed Realm. At which point you kind of had some fun in a circus.
No, there was no fun had.
No, we still got Scully. It's good.
Yeah.
I hate him. We should kill him.
What's wrong with
He's
Scully?
evil. He's unholy.
And?
He's evil.
There's no evil anymore in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We've been over this.
He's an unholy affront to nature.
I mean, he didn't even not murder someone. It's fine.
Wow.
I was opening that box. That's what was happening last session.
Well, after going to the circus and having a kind of a non-conversation with Rakasha, and
Rakasha?
Ricky, like,
you made your way to a location known as the Garden of Grief to talk to what remains of Algon, or a part of Algon. You're not 100% sure.
the real Algon.
Weird.
But
No, I think he like sort of like Jekyll and Hyded himself, except like he actually split
well, he
We'll
in
see.
half.
also Super didn't do it to himself.
Well, I assumed he was trying to skedaddle.
He's
And so
do it
he was
himself.
like, well, I gotta leave part of myself here because of like the whole binding. So let me just Jekyll and Hyde myself real quick.
What, he pulled on his chain so hard he detached from his body? Or his
Yeah,
body
something
detached
like
from
that.
his soul?
Ripped himself
Yeah,
in
something
two.
like that. Yeah.
See, I kind of wish that's how it was written. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just fake.
Oh, Paizo's not nearly as cool as me.
Welp. All that said, where last we left our heroes, Algon here. Algon the ever-keeping, apparently. Just because I figured it'll be funny.
Algon, more like Algon. He should be all gone. There we go. I got there.
You got it?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Stuck the landing for sure.
Perfect. Alright, there we go. So,
Righto.
he had just told all of you to kneel. And I believe someone's response was to trip him. Am I right?
No, we fought him. I thought we were on good terms now.
Yeah, I thought we were on good terms. I'm pretty sure.
Whisper flashed a card.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Whisper did something.
She flashed a card and he bowed. I remember now.
The empty throne. Yeah, she was all talking about the empty throne. I don't know. I was really focused on that box.
Just so hard on that box.
Yeah, I'm definitely reincarnating you as a small creature.
Not hard on that box. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Just wanted to open it.
Illustrana's given off very big goblin and kobold vibes at the moment.
No. Well, Algon is
Illustrana would cry if she got reincarnated as a goblin or a kobold because she'd be like, I'm dead already.
I'm dead already.
so. Algon is currently distracted at the moment. So, Illustrana, did you want
Let
to
me
read the
open that
box?
box.
You want to read
Yeah,
the box?
100%. 100% I'm opening that box.
It's not even locked.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
A sturdy shield major. I think that's an upgrade to the sturdy shield minor I have. And a holy avenger. That's a cool sword.
Okay.
Well, I'm.
Did we give that to Algon?
Inventory?
Is this just our Pathfinder lore where we just always give the Holy Avenger to an NPC?
Well,
Kind of getting there, yeah.
I will say the armor, shield, and sword do have a very familiar Harrow-like motif to them.
How harrowing.
Yes?
Oh, I can use it to cast Detect Alignment. That's going to be so useful.
Oh, it's a longsword? I thought it was a great sword.
Nah. Because it's the like sword and shield thing.
Yeah.
But no,
Okay.
this does
We'll hold on
look
to it
like
for Mordosh, then.
this does look like Algon stuff.
I think actually my sword is cooler and better. If I'm being technical about it.
Yours has also got a better name.
Brag.
Well, the Holy Avenger is just a classic weapon.
I
In
think
someone
it
else's hands.
should be better. Okay, well I will take that stuff. What type of shield do I have? Oh, that's a way nicer shield than mine. You can tell because it costs an extra power of 10 more money.
Well, I can obviously sell them. But
Oh, I'm pocketing it. I have a shield, Matt. I use a shield technically sometimes.
I've seen you
On
use it.
occasion.
Bao and Korgar, what are you two
Hey.
doing?
I don't remember.
Just hanging.
Yeah, but what are you doing about the whole Algon situation?
Oh, I don't particularly care.
Matt, is it possible to make them become one again?
Matt, is it possible to find out whether the Algon that we have at home is just as good as this Algon?
Excuse me. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. Hello, Illustrona. How did you get stuck here? May I ask?
I was imprisoned here by the Velstracts. My flesh torn from my body.
Okay, so you got sort of torn asunder. Do you know what happened to your other half? Are you like connected at all, or?
I can feel that it is out there. I would like to hunt it, but I cannot.
Why would you like to hunt it? Just that seems very violent and not a lot of embracing of self-love.
What weapon does he think he's going to use?
Well, he kind of has a bobbed flail there, so that would be a good start.
So
I found
we
some
thinking
items in the
switch axe then?
box back there. Are those yours, or are they just up for grabs? Sort of.
I know not of what you speak.
I sort of pull out the Holy Avenger and I'm like showing it to him.
Korgar,
Hi.
give me a nature check.
I can do those. I have dice and they can be rolled.
First roll of the session. You have 2 hero points.
I do.
Can
Do I
make
think
a
I can roll
religion
higher than a
check?
7? No.
You don't think you could roll higher than 7?
If last session was anything to go by, it's either going to be a 6 or a 9, and I don't want to take the downgrade.
Nice.
Nice. That's all good, Dicey. Thank you for the raid. What level you're all at? 16. You can do a religion check if you want, Illustrana.
Yippee! I love religion checks. I'm very good at them.
Let the wife roll.
I'm actually mediocre at them.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Matt, do I get a free fortune check if I let my hand roll instead?
Wow. Really? Just had to one up
37.
everyone else?
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I can't take that lying down.
No?
See, I told you. It's a downgrade.
Hey, look.
I'll
look.
take it.
Not a 6 or a 9. Though it's...
Yeah, so we've gone from 6s and 9s to 3s and 7s.
I gotta get Whisper in on that.
Oh, let's throw some rocks for Whisper. Whisper's gonna roll occultism.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Ninzard has said, can we make him do a fusion dance?
Fantastic.
Well, I was seeing whether someone would do a critical.
No.
It is possible to kind of recombine them. Because Velstracts, from what they do, is they'll get a hold of someone, and as has already been previously described, they'll take parts of them.
Do horrific torture?
Yeah. But, you know, they'll take bits of the flesh, their hands,
Go
arms,
do crime.
and they'll, like, attach other things to it and stuff like that. It's all about, like, pain and perfecting the body through surgery. It's all very terrible and very gross. But
So the Mechanicus tech priests then.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like trying to perfect the body through surgery is not inherently bad. I think
No.
the way they do it without anesthesia is.
yes. But a part of this, of course, is when they do it to certain outsiders, they take abilities and powers from the outsiders. By the looks of
Also,
this,
the lack of consent, probably a bad thing as well.
also probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
Algon here appears to be what is left over after the flesh has been stripped away. So this is kind of whatever is left of Algon.
I'd like to cast Detect Alignment on Algon. I have a sword that lets me do this, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a sick sword that lets me cast Detect Alignment. I'm pointing it at him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's definitely unholy.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Detect sanctification, pretty much.
So, Algon, I can't help but notice you've got sort of an unholy aura around you. I've met sort of your better half, some might say, and
You have
he
met
was
my
very
flesh?
holy. And I was just curious how that happened. What's sort of the decision that made you go sort of all evil and such?
As you start to say this, his eyes start to glow a brighter red, as with an extreme amount of effort, he starts to stand up from kneeling.
I would recommend against that, and I'll sort of sheath the Holy Avenger and pull out Demon's Bane.
Whisper, for their part, is kind of still holding the card.
I wouldn't do anything.
What's that, Whisper?
Yeah.
That's gonna screw your voice, you know that, right?
Oh, I'm not doing it much. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
We're keeping the fact that she doesn't say too much, but whenever she does, she's gonna say it loud and silly.
No, I think I know the accent Val's going for there. But he does seem to be very agitated at the idea of you knowing his flesh, and he just kind of says, "Hey, tell me where it is."
With the lip bite and everything.
You can't get there, so even if I tell you, it's not going to help you at all. So I recommend you answer my questions. Otherwise, you might find yourself sort of being dispelled, as it were. Destroyed, some might say. So how did you become evil and unholy? Just because
Mushroom.
Mushroom. Give me a diplomacy check, Illustrana.
Thank you. I'm fairly decent at those. I'm trained. I'm trained in those, which I think is proper. For Illustrana, a 7.
A 7?
25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna lock it on 25.
Yeah, you're gonna lock it in?
Locking in.
Korgar's used one of his 0 points.
Tell me where
If you
my
don't
flesh
like
is,
it, I could...
and I will
Again.
answer your questions.
Well, sure. Your flesh is in the realm known as Harrowed, which is sort of like a sister realm to this one. But you, as a sort of harrowed creature, cannot actually traverse the realms. Is my understanding. Only the foreign trader can do that. So sort of not really relevant that your flesh is in Harrowed, but that's where he is.
Take me to him.
So actually, you said you would answer my questions after I answered yours, and I answered your question. So, it's actually now your turn to answer my questions. Not to make angry demands at me.
Was it the Lich?
He stands up. And you can tell that Whisper is starting to get very, not exhausted, but straining under the effort of keeping him in this position.
I murdered my fellow storykin.
Sure.
I helped the dragon.
Sure.
Dragon?
Which dragon is that? Could I get a name?
The tyrant itself. It's long gone, though. The Velstracts took it. Now, will you take me to my flesh?
I mean, maybe once we sort of sort out the whole you being unable to leave this plane, because again, you're very tied to this plane, and also we want to sort of sort out the whole Velstract problem on this plane. So that was sort of our intent. If you'd like to, we can try to sort some way to bring you back with us when we head back to where we're from, and we can see if you and your flesh can sort of merge and become one, as it were.
Bao's sort of leaning on their staff, just sort of casual, like. So, part of Algon made it out of here. Do you know if you took some kind of ability when you killed the foreign trader, such as his ability to leave?
So a couple of things, Bao. One, he is about to attack.
Why?
Just like,
We have been nothing but helpful.
So if you want to use your attack of opportunity, you can.
can I use it to just sort of trip him?
I mean, I'll go and say yeah.
Okay.
We've been nothing but helpful. Why is he attacking us?
It's not like I have trip. I do.
Because he has a yearning. He has a rumbly in
sorry.
his tummy only flesh can satisfy.
We all have the earnings. He's not special.
Critical miss.
You know that's not staying. Wow, I guess it is
Normal miss.
It absolutely is staying.
That's also not what you do for a trip attack, but
staying.
you roll F1.
Well,
Unless you have a special ability saying otherwise.
I will get initiative from everyone.
But I
Sure.
figured the actual dice result is not going to be any different.
Initiative, perception.
Wait, people got +3 weapon runes? Man.
What's
I have any
that's
of
not
those?
standing.
I don't have that.
That's slightly better.
You want initiative perception.
Our rolling has not been good.
Alright, let's see if he's afraid of things. Roar X3.
Actually, you're out of range.
What do you mean I'm out of range? It's
You're
30
not.
foot. Roar.
I went strong. Good.
You're doing
All right,
fine.
so he's
it's
gonna
great.
Rolling. Oh, let me roll Whisper's initiative. Right, I forget
Good
about
to see.
rolling.
Oh, is he?
Wow.
You see, you gotta.
Gang, we are not doing good.
TPK.
Wow.
TPK. Okay. No.
Hey, so
I have 2 villain points though. Am I gonna let a natural 1 sit?
yeah,
Yeah.
you should absolutely re-roll all that. I want to see Illustrana get immediately whipped and then go down, because that'll be funny to me. Because that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is.
God.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a villain point.
Matt, you're the worst.
There we go.
Okay, kill
Am
my
I?
character.
Am I the worst?
Kill my character, Matt. I'll roll up a temporary character for the Harrow lands.
Yeah, you're gonna make yourself a cardigan.
Yeah, I'll make a cardigan.
Well, I have considered writing him up as a versatile heritage.
A versatile heritage. What does your heritage do? It's just a mess.
Fucking loser.
Are you gonna let that stand, Matthew?
I kind of don't want to.
Only a miss
Your
by
opening
one.
attack.
Because I wouldn't have my shield raid.
I mean, it was a
It's
miss by
only a miss
3.
by 1. It was so it's gonna be a miss by 1 technically.
You can do better than
Re-roll it, Matt. Okay,
Yeah, Matt, you can do better than that.
No,
you
not for
feel
the
so
opening strike.
Cocky? You feel so cocky.
I don't feel cocky. I just want him to do something.
Critical hit. Oh, just a normal.
No,
hit.
Matt, you
Okay.
could have done better than that.
I mean, I can't.
Could have.
And Illustrana cardigan.
Easy. No, I take that. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But that's double digits. You've only got like that many.
Well,
I actually had 60 HP because I didn't get healed mid-fight. But that's between fights. But that's not relevant, really.
oh
you should have
yeah,
had
Why are
villain
you
point.
giving him another hero? I baited them out so perfectly, and y'all are giving him more?
He is swinging around with his war flail to hit you, Bao.
Oh, me, bow.
Yeah, you bow.
Whoa.
Also,
Backswing?
I should only have 1 hero point, Matt. I used 1 on initiative. Not that it did me any good.
Wheel and woe. Look, I don't think
Take that, Matt.
Algon's heart is in this fight. I don't think
It's
it
good
is.
to know that we're all rolling like garbage.
I just like put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Hey, do we want to mulligan this one?"
I imagine he's like creature level +2, probably.
None of us really want to be here. What if we just say we did?
Bow. He turns
Hey.
his gaze upon you. I need you to make a will save for me.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna try to kill you with his stare.
35.
Nope, not the whole thing. Just that one.
Enfeebled. Slowed.
Whoa, that's crazy.
These aren't fear effects. That's what I was hoping for.
It is in fact a fear effect.
Not fear, so my thing can't help me.
As he turns his gaze upon you, Bao, you kind of feel just how alone you kind of are, and kind of the wanderings that you've been through the last couple of 1,000 years. And the weight of it all
Bao's
kind
got
of
great
assaults you.
friends.
What? That's never happened to Bao.
Yeah, this is a magical effect that's putting the thoughts
I
into your
know.
head. Yeah.
I know.
That's him
Taking
done,
the
though.
Sweet new shield.
Illustrana. You can win this.
Getting my hand economy sorted out. Command bird, Bird goes step.
Just get extra hands. It's fine.
Bird says support. Illustrana says, this is in before you tell me that actually he doesn't bleed, and thus it doesn't
He
affect
doesn't
him.
have any flesh.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna try it. Maybe he'll bleed ectoplasm.
Let's find out.
Well, this doesn't really matter. I'm re-rolling that, actually. I'm not
was a
letting that
5.
stand.
That's a
let's
hit.
go. We hit. Hit on a 13. Let's go. Damage.
So
yeah.
also
All
dazzled.
the good stuff. Yeah.
And the 2d4 bleed. Oh, do I have to do it this way, or is he actually... Yep, there we go. I can't drag it onto him, I actually have to click it. Easy done. Well, he starts bleeding. It's a kind of gooey, shadowy substance.
Radical.
Yuck.
And then go ahead and take the damage from my hit. And take a weakness to bludgeoning.
And the clumsy one?
And the clumsy one, yeah. And then I think I'm gonna raise my shield. That probably seems wise right now. Cause I'm a little bit hurting.
Just a wee bit?
A little bit.
You would
And that's
make
gonna
me
end my
bleed?
turn.
The tortures I have suffered at the hands of others are much worse than this.
Sure, I'm not trying to like torture you, dude. You just attacked me for no reason. Like what? Oh goodness, big damage. Oh, that hurts. How?
I mean, I'm watching your health tick down, so...
Ow, that hurts. You know, there's a reason I raised my shield, man.
Gonna do your recovery check?
Oh, right. I get to do that.
I mean, you don't have to.
Failed.
It was almost a 16. Bow, it's your turn.
Yeah. Probably should just.
Probably should have saved my hero point for when I die. Probably would have been wise.
Smite?
Oh, I've got the card for when I die, though. That's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Man, if only you had options when you died.
Come on, man.
Although the card does not work on death effects, so I really got to make sure it's not a death effect that hits me to that 0 number.
I mean, that's gonna hurt.
Damn, it's almost like 2 members of this party deal holy damage. Alrighty. Whisper is going to open by... Does Whisper have any focus points? Oh, let's go. Whisper has a focus point right now. Whisper's going to cast Life Boost on Illustrana. With her first action.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. That was important. And then Whisper's gonna do some punching, I guess.
What was Strana's healing? Easy. Covered then.
I call this the wheel and woe.
Does Whisper has reach on like one of her like on her hair, right?
Correct.
That has reach. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's gonna flurry of maneuvers him, I think, to try to. Well, actually, he's not. Okay, she's just gonna flurry of blows him.
Gonna leave that.
Well, that's gonna. It's gonna miss on 10. That's fine. She's gonna miss again on a 13. Final action. You know, gonna go for a crit fish. Well, didn't get it. There you go, Matt. That's whisper done.
All right, Korgar. Hey, you.
I assume Korgar's gonna become a dragon.
No, I'm gonna do a funny.
You gonna do a funny?
He's gonna kiss his wife.
You heat a foe's blood and boil it within their veins. The target takes 10d10 fire damage of a fortitude save.
We've established he has blood because he does bleed.
A non-living creature with blood in its body can be affected. Okay.
Considering he's really angry at the moment, would you say he takes a circumstance penalty to this?
No, unfortunately.
Considering the almost already boiling state of his blood, metaphorically.
All right, he has to do a fortitude save.
He does.
I mean, he's pretty good.
Well, boo earns, I say to that one.
Still hurts.
No, half damage.
Yeah, but I wanted him to be
75.
drained as well.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, that'd be a lot more damage. Like, he'd probably just be dead.
It would definitely be hurting.
Drained 2, so that's what, like, another 30 something damage. That's just 100 damage. One action.
You have one action remaining.
Did anyone use Vital Beacon last time?
I believe Illustrana did.
Alright, we'll drop that down by 1. And... Was he undead?
No.
No?
Unholy.
He is still alive.
A Velstract,
Unholy.
technically speaking, but not undead.
I'm gonna stay there. We'll use guidance on Illustrana, just in case she dies.
Oh, I'm not gonna use that on anything that might pertain to me being dead. I'm gonna use it to poke him.
Yeah. Well, that's you done, Korgar?
That's Korgar done, Korgar.
Korgar.
What? He has regeneration, and we don't disable it
Ooh, actually, that's a
with
good
our
point.
holy damage.
Let me check.
Okay, good. Because I'm up in arms.
There we go.
If it doesn't get disabled by... Oh, let's go gets disabled. Oh.
I do wonder about some of the regenerations that are like, oh, it gets disabled by holy. It's like, okay, so 2 whole entire classes are just going to completely fuck them up? Okay.
And anyone who takes a holy rune on their weapon.
Yeah.
Holy's a great rune, guys. You should all take holy.
No, because that's a cop-out, and I feel like it's lame with battle transformations, because that'd be something a Munchkin person would do. And my Munchkinry is purely for memes.
Kill Illustrana, Matt. Do it. You won't.
Do it. Literally kill her.
Do it for the bit. Divine rat.
20-foot burst? Oh, man. Oh, a fortitude save.
Well,
I believe
so that's
everyone.
a manipulate action.
It is a manipulate action.
oh, it does say enemies in the area.
Also, he's going to be doing unholy damage. He's unholy. He doesn't care.
I was tempted to move in on him, and I feel like I should have done that.
Bow's gonna bonk.
But
Bow's gonna miss. Okay.
Bow's just going to evade.
That was my thing.
Fortitude shave.
Hey, Permafrost.
I'm gonna add guidance onto this. Go, Paladin. You've got this. You've got my
I rolled a
ass.
4.
Oh god.
I failed on
Chicken?
an 18. I failed on a fucking
Oh my
18.
God.
That's
I couldn't do much worse, but
Oh, no.
apparently I could.
I'm going to
You-
see how much damage it is
Well,
Can I get
you,
new dice?
before I make my decisions.
you were just
Well-
given a hero point by Chad as well, Korgar, so
Oh, amazing.
So
I'm
it's
still
been replaced.
slowed 1 and sickened 2, Matt.
I'm just
Everyone-
gonna wait for a second.
could we get Whisper?
Roll me that damage. Oh, sorry. I forget that I'm controlling her.
I cannot. Hey, Nick, do you wanna try and avoid this?
Critical success.
So listen, this is mostly for Illustrana.
Not for
I
Korgar?
might live this.
Not for
One of
Korgar?
them will die. Korgar is not that one.
Yeah, but if Illustrana dies, then
You
that's
can
fine.
actually you can exalt it, and then it affects everyone in the radius. If you use the exalted reaction down the bottom, it says exalted reaction. Well, first, is he gonna repent? Is the
Oh,
big
God, no.
question. Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I mean, listen, but he could.
I'll just grab that onto myself.
Have he could.
Are we exalting it so everyone
Yeah,
gets the
yeah,
resistance?
yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I am outside the range, I think.
You might be outside of Bow's. Yeah, you're outside of Bow's aura.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm on a sling
Can you
tile.
roll us that damage, Matt?
1 second, I'm gonna put the sicken on people so don't forget.
Well, I'm just not sure if I have a success or not until after you roll the damage and I see if it's worth it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my paladin right now, so can you throw me that into the damage into the chat? It's kind of vital.
Understood. Understood.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna paladin that. Stay up,
Not a bad roll.
paladin.
Even with the guidance
Not second. I take half.
Ow.
Take 8 damage. Let's go. I'm still up, gamers.
And gatekeeping
Oh,
friend is now enfeebled too.
Whisper does not take anything because Whisper is critically succeeded.
He's
This
also
is
going to be
very
taking
annoying.
spirit damage. I'm just going to have to press that button, aren't I? Then we apply that to him. I was selecting a token. Jeez. Well, he calls up from the ground a divine wrath as unnumbered chains
sorry.
and manacles, shoot up from the
Sorry, I
ground.
forgot to roll for my bird. Let me just.
That's fine.
A
Tearing
bird fails. So fine.
tearing all of you apart, but Korgar in particular, you don't like this. This is bad.
Yeah, neither do my dice.
Yeah, bird is second.
For his last action,
He's gonna kill Illustrana.
he's going to activate his aura.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Ugh.
Because I'm trying
Is
to
it
fucking remember him.
In my turn, aura, or let's go. I'm healed. I'm up. Oh, big healing.
Alright,
so I've
so-
begun my turn in the aura, assumedly.
Correct. I will get you to do a will save for me.
I'm good at will saves. Will saves. So that's a 3. Is that a critical failure, Matt?
It is not a critical failure.
Okay, then I'll take a normal failure.
You'll take a normal failure?
A normal failure.
Much like Bao, you are
Oh
enfeebled
my goodness.
and
Am I
slowed
gonna
one.
be slowed? That's so bullshit. Okay.
Welcome to High Level Play. You may continue your
That's so
turn, Illustrana.
bullshit. Fucking kill him. What do you mean I missed? No!
You are enfeebled.
Thank you. Damn it. Damn.
You're hoping for the big damage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna continue that bludgeoning weakness and that clumsy. And then I am going to raise my shield.
What is Batodius doing for his free action?
His little action, he's gonna do a little beak strike. He's gonna critically miss. Yeah, that's what Butonius is doing. It's my turn.
All right. Bow.
Well,
Okay.
more health than I started with.
What-
So,
What happens to the things on me?
oh, I should take off that.
Am I still slowed?
You're only slowed and sickened for the 1 round. Sorry, slowed and enfeebled for the 1 round. You're still sickened.
Okay, so I'm starting in his aura. What happens now?
Will save.
Good. Great.
Guess what?
Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have 2 actions.
Okay. So he did bad things, so smite is still up.
He did evil.
Yeah, I just gotta reapply.
I mean, he's not gonna stop doing evil.
Then Blessed Counter-Strike. And then I'm just gonna hit him.
Dice say no.
Wow.
That is definitely
Kill him,
a
Whisper.
no. That's you done, Bell?
Yeah.
Alright, Whisper, it's all on you.
So, Whisper is gonna punch him with her hair,
Yep.
and she's gonna hit this time. This is a flurry of blows, by the way.
Oh, I expected it to.
Is it that I need to hit both of them, or do I just need to target both of them for stunning blows to proc? I think I just need to target them.
You just need to target.
And
He's pretty good for the fortitude, though.
Illustrana's gonna opportune backstab him. So 1 sec, let me get Illustrana to opportune backstab here. Illustrana's gonna miss because this game hates me.
He needs the armor. You're ganging up on him.
And then Whisper is going to Did I roll damage? I did roll damage. Okay. Gonna punch again. Gonna miss. She's gonna punch again. She's gonna critically miss. She's gonna punch again. I know Whisper's kit so well, guys.
So well.
She punches a lot. That's what monks do, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. That's her turn.
That's her turn?
I think
Alright.
that's the appropriate amount of punches that she can make in a turn.
Alright, Kogar.
How do I get rid of this sickened? Can I only retch?
Pretty much retching.
And it only reduces the value by 1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. For each successful
can't-
retch.
And I can't use Sound Body because it's a 9th rank fucking spell. What? Let's bring up the counteract table. What would I need to hit?
Oh, what was the level of the spell he dropped on you?
9.
Damn, you right.
It was
I would need to
9?
critically succeed. No.
Just succeed.
That's crazy.
I
believe.
No, I can't. I cannot. I cannot dispel this.
I love dispel magic, guys. Oh, I should have done a dispelling counter strike on him.
I would need to have
dispel his
cast it at a
evil.
rank of 6 in order to dispel it
Correct.
with a critical success. Let's just spend my entire turn throwing up.
Well, he did try to silent heal you, so...
Into my turn.
Alright. Algon. Still doesn't get his regeneration.
God, do I hate how much worse slowed is than, like, how much more impactful it is compared to haste.
Well, you're no longer slowed, if that helps.
No, I'm still slowed.
I was... Oh, well,
I'm
you're still
slowed
sickened.
while sickened.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome for you.
Does your second decrease at all on a 37?
I think I got 1 success.
You didn't get
Yeah.
any successes, sorry.
Oh, cool. So I'm still sickened too. Yay.
I hate Algon right now. Algon's my op. That's why his name is in red.
He's already done that. I think he's just gonna swing around
He's
with his
now
flail.
gonna use behead Illustrana.
Well, Bow, you're getting the war flail first.
Yay!
I'm surviving, guys.
Finally.
Sure.
Do you want to let that stand, Matt?
You do have a hero point.
Then Whisper.
Oh, he's being nice, guys. He's giving me the map 10. Hits Whisper. Okay. Whisper's fine.
Algon is
Whisper's got plenty
gatekeeping
of
your
health.
fun.
No. It's not Algon. It's my fucking dice.
All right, map 10, Matt.
All right, let's go.
I have had 1 roll above a 10. Like playing with Halcyon again, without any of the benefits of being Halcyon.
All right, that's him done as he kind of just swings his war mace around, war flail around in a wide arc. Spirit damage.
Oh, cool. He's dead. He's dead for sure.
Is he though? Is he?
So dead. He's at death's door, Matt. If this doesn't kill him,
Is he though? I don't know. Oh, that's right. You got like the extra damage and stuff, don't you?
yeah.
Well, how do you kill him, Illustrana?
Yeah, so I just sort of like dodge under the war flail and then just cleave into his helmet.
And you do in fact cleave into his helmet. As your blade goes in, most of him just kind of bursts with shadowy energy. But one thing does remain of his body.
His talking head. We just keep collecting them.
No, his heart.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's good too.
It's just like his heart is there. That's crazy. I guess Algon the Broken is missing it with the hole in his chest.
Yeah, like his still beating heart that is on the ground there, just beating.
I'm gonna pick it up, and then I'm gonna vomit, or Butonius is gonna vomit.
Just next 10 minutes, it's just everyone vomiting.
One day, I will roll above a 10.
I'm just gonna grab this equipment, throw it in my inventory.
I mean, the effect will fade after a minute regardless.
Grab this
And I still won't succeed before then.
I'll grab the manacles. Do they come with the key, these manacles? Or am I just gonna have keyless manacles again?
Yep.
He has 6 manacles?
Yeah, he's a
And
Velstract.
I don't have the keys, or I do?
You don't have the keys.
Oh, let's go. Keyless manacles once again.
He's a Velstract. They can just control manacles. They don't need keys. They just pop them open.
When I would lock people in manacles that I did not have the key to.
Unintentional callback, but there we go.
I am encumbered apparently, probably due to all of the armor
manacles?
that I have on me. No, it's probably the armor. Yeah, it's the armor for sure. It's the armor. I'm just gonna throw this in my container.
Fuck off. No.
I'm gonna use this later for
Real mad at these dice.
I did see that. That was absolutely something.
I think I will just start using the stash. I don't think I have plans for them.
Yeah, it was still just a failure. That was the worst bit. Even on a natural one, it's just a failure. He's just spiting me.
Hey, at least you did do damage to everyone.
I didn't. It would have just been to me.
Oh, you just treated your wounds.
I don't have medicine
medic.
stuff.
Ah, that's right. You got the
natural medicine. Thank you very much, Matt. I just found a tasty mushroom for myself.
You could have used the blood pears.
I will put the Holy Avenger in my backpack.
So, who's taking the still beating heart?
I'll take it. I'll throw it in my inventory. I am sort of like Algon's, important one, like person who.
Boss?
Algon.
Are you looking for the word boss?
Minder, person who is in charge of him, but like babysitter. There we go. That's what the word I was looking for. Yeah. I named one of the armors as Algon's, just so we won't forget.
Okay.
To give it back to him. It's like it's probably nice to give it back to him. Greater Striking War Flail. Does it not have like wounding on it? Oh no, it doesn't have any property runes. That's kind of lame.
Oh, Velstracts just do that to their weapons. They automatically get wounding.
See, I hate enemies that do that. Because it means I don't get the sick runes off of them.
Oh wait. No,
it literally just seems like they don't want to give me cool runes in my loot piles.
Well, it's the same with the Grave Knights. You don't get frost weapons from them. It's just every weapon they have automatically gets frost.
So I've gotten 2. How long does life boost last? Lasts like 4 rounds.
I believe so. It lasts for a minute.
It does not last for a minute. It lasts for 4 rounds.
So
I will heal twice more.
what is the plan from here?
Grumpily stomp out.
So there was no card here, was there?
Not that you're
Yeah,
aware
I
of.
doesn't
didn't
even
even
give
get
a shit.
Cool card.
Stomping away.
I'd like to perception check for a card because that sounded suspicious, Matt.
What?
Fly around, do a circle with Butonius looking for a card.
Yeah. Well, you do find a card.
Okay, gamers.
You do find a
Okay.
card, Illustrana. You find the paladin. It's on
Yay!
you.
And you found it.
But I thought maybe there's the under paladin or whatever, the shadow paladin, because we're in the
the
shadow
Conqueror, the
era,
Corruptor.
the anti paladin, some might say.
The anti-paladin.
Or some
no.
might say the paladin reversed. Okay. Well, I'm basically at full, especially after the 10 minutes, because we took 10 minutes to heal. So that gives me 10 minutes of HP. Butonius is a little hurt. Whisper's gonna refocus during that 10 minutes. Get that life boost back. Keep Illustrana healthy. Butonius is fine.
But,
I'm
like I
no
said,
longer
where do you
able
want to
to
go from here?
What are our
You probably want to raid the castle, because that's where the Lich is.
Theoretically.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he wasn't being a spy for the enemy, so...
I wouldn't rule that out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a shimmering shield. We're probably gonna have to, destroy the things powering the shield.
Matt,
Are
I
there,
was powering the
Try
shield.
to see shield.
Well, you have
Are
to
there,
get the rest of the
4?
cards.
Are there 4 towers that are guarded by giant bone skeletons?
I love that we're just all over the place with the references.
That's a reference to Skyrim, the Dawnguard DLC. For those curious.
Giant statues around the wall just kind of stand up and hold back the moon.
Majora's Mask, really?
Why not?
Yeah, does it are there beacons of light sort of shooting out and then just blorping into the shield, so it's very clear where the shield's power is coming from?
Well, you were doing a perception check, and I can let you know that there was some activity happening up in the mountains.
I can see that far? That's so cool of me. I've got really
the
good
big eye.
eyes.
Yeah, you got...
Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
Also, it takes you a moment and you realize that they're giants as well, so that's also fun and zesty.
Okay. Oh no, flashbacks. Flashbacks to Rise of the Rune Lords. A giant is what killed Caroline. Okay, we can fly up there. We'll travel. We'll head over there, I guess. I'll fly down and I'll be like, well, there seems to be some sort of activity happening to the north. And I have no other leads. So I figure there's some giants. We might be able to talk to them and or murder them and get to the bottom of what's going on.
Well,
So we can confront that
Sounds
lich.
the closest to a plan we have.
Scully speaks up and says, well,
I hate him. I hate him so much.
oh, that would be TikTok peak.
Really? Sure, is there a clock there?
Sure, let's go with that.
No, because you're lying right now.
I'm not lying.
Sure, let's go with that. That's you're not being earnest and forthright.
Well, let's just say the locksmith had a really bad time, and one of the Velstracts wanted to experiment with clockworks.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Would you say he was becoming a bit of an inventor?
Would you say that the flesh is weak and the machine is strong?
I mean, in his case.
Fantastic.
Otherwise, I mean, you could try the Fleshworks.
Oh, now I can see. Wonderful.
So,
Wait, how close to midnight is
there's
it,
a
Matt?
lot of flash.
How close is it to midnight? I mean, this is the
Yeah.
Harrowed Realm.
So it's always midnight?
No.
Clockwork
No.
won't work.
No,
It's fine.
I saw where you were going with that.
Yeah. You didn't stop me in time.
It is, in fact, not midnight. This place seems to just have an overwhelming haze of darkness upon it at all times.
Like it's always midnight.
So, like, they stole the heart of the kingdom?
But yes, Scully says you could try the Fleshworks or this TikTok Peak.
It's a lot of flash. Why is everyone here so obsessed with, like, flash?
I don't have any part in Flesh myself.
So
Swear, if we
our
don't meet
choices
Garl,
are
this is not worth playing this game.
terrible robot monstrosities or flesh monstrosities.
Should we just flip a coin?
Oh my god.
Odds
there's
we
options.
go to the mountain. Evens we go to the thing.
I'm assuming we
On the coin end, we go home.
That's even, I guess.
So where are you going?
The flesh works.
Going to the Fleshworks?
I don't wanna.
Can we have a nap
No,
beforehand?
Can we take a long rest, Matt?
It is
Or is
gonna...
this like the kind of place where we'll get a random encounter if we take a long rest?
No, it'll take you a little while to get there. Like, these hexes are similar to that of Harrowhop, but you don't really have means to travel quickly. So you're probably going to be traveling
I
overnight.
disagree with you. I have means to travel very quickly.
Okay, but we
Look.
don't. We can rest.
Okay, we'll take our long rest.
You're going to take your long rest, so you're going to sleep.
Finally, I get to use my restful tent.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to use the tent. I'm going to sleep outside.
Butonius probably can't fit in the tent. So he's also sleeping outside.
Well, as you kind of stay overnight, there is bird calls that you hear every now and again. And then you realize they're just kind of really strangled screams.
Oh, that's less pleasant.
But they do eventually just kind of blend into the background noise.
Of bird.
Like crickets.
I thought it was gonna be like a cool reference to like death, and they were gonna be like whippoorwills. But okay, it's just screams. That's less pleasant. I think.
I would not give Velstrax animal companions.
Actually,
That's not a thing I would do.
I think that they would be big into having animal companions, but I think they wouldn't. They would be a mix of all of the animals and also people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're headed to the Fleshworks apparently, so that's fun.
Just up in here.
Now, the question I have for all of you as your personal Fleshworks. Are you going stealthily or kind of just rocking up?
I mean,
we do stealth as a
yeah, we've
party.
I do have interplanar transport in case we want to GTFO.
we've kind of got.
We're under a
with this.
planar lock.
I don't think
I don't
stealth
believe
is
you.
our strongest suit while here.
Last session, it was established that there's a planar lock over the entire realm.
Until you have collected the cards.
Wasn't that trying to use the regular cards to get out, though?
Sure, we can
draw
try
cards.
interplanar teleport. I think Matt is going to say that it doesn't work. If I had to guess, but we can. At least there isn't any Hell Knights here. I'll say that. This place does have that going for it.
That's very true. There are no Hell Knights here.
So, Fleshworks, we're in there.
Yeah,
Fleshworks?
we're headed.
I'm just dragging you all in.
I'll scout it out from above,
Well, give me that perception check then, Illustrana.
Trying to blend into the gloom. Big sky, toggle. Oh. Can't roll good, can I? We are not having a good session for rolls today, I think we're feeling the woe of the D20.
36 isn't bad.
Can we go on break now?
Well,
I don't like these dice.
as we switch over,
Any of us rolled above like a 15?
I have not.
Oh yeah,
no.
I did. On a save I failed anyways. I rolled like an 18. Oh. Love rolling an 18 and failing. I do this to myself, but
as you approach the Fleshworks and you see it from overhead, it looks to be what once was a hospital. However,
Goody.
whatever foul magics have come upon this place seem to have changed and warped it, causing spikes to emerge from the walls and bars to appear on the windows, giving it an ominous feel. You want to open the door?
Let me
Yeah.
whisper.
At this point, it's just like, whatever.
Pieces of mannequins hang from chains or impaled on spikes in this foyer. Some have macabre fleshy or metallic additions, a few bleed. 3 complete statues depict a monstrous human-like woman in various dance poses, her mouth open as if singing or screaming. Her long, pale locks darken to crimson toward the tips. She dresses in a bizarre, painful-looking harness of leather and iron. Some of her skin is flayed, some of her bones exposed. Her mouth has oversized fangs and a thick, pale tongue, and her eyes resemble clockwork mechanisms. One of the statues holds her harness open, revealing a withered heart, cabled into a bloody hole in her chest. Words in blood mark the wall, and the center of it hangs in the air. Several casks have also been stacked here, painted with a broken bone in a pool of blood.
I'm just going to turn to everyone else. So, we're just going to see some real bloodborne stuff from, I guess, the second we turned up in this realm. We're all good to just deal with that later, right? Like, we can just continue as normal when we get home. Hopefully, we'll have the therapist card. Right on.
The frustrating part about this,
Yeah?
this is more horrifying than anything in Season of Ghosts.
Hey,
That's not a
And
slight
that's
against
not
you.
your fault.
those undead were particularly terrifying in how casual they were with you guys.
I'm just saying, there were not very many set pieces to
Hey,
be
Scully.
terrifying.
Yeah?
Why are we here?
Why aren't you looking for cards?
Are you sure there's a card here?
Can I pull out my Harrowed ring to point me into the nearest direction of the next Millennium item? I mean, Harrow card.
I mean, if you want to try the door just to the south of you,
Just gonna do that, man.
just gonna wrench a bit.
Yeah. It's very unpleasant. This is
Pause
very
and describe me
small.
then.
This is very small, Matt. I think this dungeon hates me.
Who's this
Specifically.
woman?
Now, let's give you a bigger picture of her.
Hello, Koga.
She looks
This is
too
your hand
normal.
wife. I finally have a human body.
Welp. This orderly bedchamber smells of sandalwood, perhaps from the oil lamp lighting it. It also contains 2 beds, one human-sized and one much larger, along with a wardrobe and a workbench lined with odd tools. But as you enter, the woman seems somewhat startled to see all of you.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Whisper's gonna...
She's gonna settle in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who are you? Have you come to save us?
You stand
Im-
the corner.
No. Immediately on guard. From everything anyone says in this building.
Can you throw me through the wall, Matt? I'm just gonna squeeze a little.
You just gotta give it a little squeeze.
Tennis. Just gonna scooch right in there. Just throw me through the wall.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. We're sort of doing our own thing. However, if you get saved during that anyway, that's cool by us.
Okay.
You can just sort of walk out of here. There's no one.
Natural light in here.
There's no one back there.
I can't really leave.
Why not, may I?
Man, that must suck for you.
Are you another card?
Yes.
Cool.
What,
We might
what,
be here to save you then.
What card are you?
I'm
The pointy hair lady?
Okay, Illustrata, you're at least trained in fortune-telling lore.
I'm like legendary in fortune telling lore. That's 100% Juliet being an ass.
I was about to say, like, that's just mean.
Here, let me actually be in character. There you go.
Illustron is cracked from the front door and she's now evolved into child mode.
She looks to be a representation of the midwife.
And here I thought it was going to be like a hyena lady that was pregnant and had 2 falchions, but you know.
In particular, you're pretty sure that she's representing an old parable about a midwife who was so focused upon her work didn't realize when her entire village was turned into vampires.
Oh,
What?
unpleasant.
Did she just be like, wow, work's getting real slow around here?
Well, no, it was like this baby was taking a while to come out, you know?
And the ending of the parable is pretty much she's the only one left alive in the village, and the vampires are somewhat amused by this, so they just leave her.
Okay.
Well,
What is this teaching as a parable? Work hard and vampires will leave you alone?
I mean,
Nice.
don't work too many hours or else your children will get turned into vampires.
I will say Ustalavian parables hit just differently, yeah.
You still have the Germany of Galarian.
And here I thought it was like the Romania of Galarian.
So, okay, so do you know where your card is? Because we're kind of... do we
Won
have
the
this one?
hunt for cards. I don't believe so.
Neat. We need you for our deck.
That annoys me.
I'm sorry,
That
what?
we don't have the card? Oh, the door is in the middle. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do that. It annoys me too.
Okay, I can still get out. Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you're here to save us, though?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to destroy all the Velstracts, as it were. They're sort of rude and evil.
Annoying.
Oh, amazing. She pulls what looks like a go bag out from underneath her bed.
This person rules.
Just a little curious. You've been staying here. Why? I mean, they don't seem to have any guards.
Why would I leave? My work's here.
Okay, so you
What
want
do you-
to be saved,
No.
but
What do you mean your work?
Yeah, that's confusing. And also, what work? There are no pregnant women here.
Well,
Oh God,
but,
are there pregnant women here?
no, I don't think so. But no, my work is here.
What work?
Well, sometimes I'm called in to help with the surgeries. I don't want to. I don't like to, but I don't have much choice.
Whisper is going to step next to her and go, you know, you can always leave a place. And just sort of poke her with her hair.
Yes, you can just leave.
But I can't leave.
Okay.
Well, we're
work
gonna
is
fix
here.
that, and we're gonna get you some proper work where you're not doing weird things
Hold
to
up.
people.
If she can't leave, then she can stay here, and then she can get fucking killed.
She opens up her go bag, by the way.
Sweet loot! Oh, we got the card. We're out. Let's go. We got the card.
Are you the only card here?
I don't like this room.
I'm just double checking.
Does the midwife do? Oh, radical. Someone should take this for sure. I think Bao should take it. I think 100% someone should take this though.
Oh, Korgar, you can
this
actually
is
see
a
into that
really
room?
good card.
I can see into this room. The door is closed, though.
This is a really good card for someone to have to be able to use on Illustrana.
Wait, they're not showing you everything in that room?
The door's closed.
Yeah, no, that's true. Korgar, give me a perception check.
Sure. I'm sure it'll be
I don't
below
like
a
that
10
we're
again.
getting Panacea.
Oh, hey, look, another 14. I'll get above that sometime.
Does Bao want to take the card?
Well,
Bao would like to shirk all responsibility if possible.
Korgar,
Yeah.
between the bars, you see what looks to be an ant of some sort.
An ant?
Yeah, like a huge-sized ant, perhaps a queen ant.
Okay.
That's unpleasant.
Some pieces of it, of course, have been replaced a little bit. Would you like to see the picture?
Not really.
No?
No.
No?
This
Okay.
action.
That's
Like,
fair.
use this
Look,
action, Matt. I think you showed us the picture already.
I did.
No. No. Undo. Leaving now.
So yeah, are you the only card here, or is there another one which would give us a reason to explore this area?
I'm not the only storykin here. But she doesn't have her card anymore.
We should probably help people.
I mean,
just
helping
cast
people involves
Earthquake.
leaving.
Oh,
I
God.
honestly don't think there's much helping her.
well, that's
Sounds
wonderful.
good to me.
I guess we should leave then. Bao, do you want this card?
I have taken the card.
Oh, radical. I wanted someone other than Illustrana to have that card to be able to use it whenever I fucking die. Well, throw me out the door, Matt. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So hopefully the
Job's
next time we see you, we'll be in Harrowed. It's lovely there. There's a robot. Don't worry about him. Should be fine from here on out.
Oh, well, that's good. I like a new hospital. This one is, She just looks around to some of the things in the room and goes, I'd like a new hospital.
Yeah. We're gonna probably hire a therapist. You're gonna go to them before you start any work, okay?
Oh, with any luck, I won't remember any of this.
Fingers crossed.
I wish I could erase my memory.
I have this new thing called alcohol. We're gonna drink it.
I know what alcohol is.
Not you.
Oh, let's go. Illustrana knows what alcohol is.
But yeah, as written,
Welcome to jokes.
you can actually avoid that in the encounter with Marzley the Stitcher.
Oh,
Who's the Stitcher?
That didn't sound pleasant at all.
horrifying name.
I mean, you said no to see the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
then I
the
looked in the room
horrifying
anyways.
Yeah, but did you
That's
see
the horrifying ant you showed us a picture of.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it again. Else I'm
So
gonna have to use
the
rat
mountains,
chat
eh?
again. I guess.
Well, what I might say is, considering the time, we'll take a quick 10-minute break there. Stretch our legs, get drinks, grab dinner if we have to. I will probably check in on my players just to be sure. But otherwise, we hope to see you back here in about 10 minutes. See you then.
I guess.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
The players are grumbling because it's suddenly horror.
Paizo is not good at having a continuous tone for their campaigns. I'll say it.
A consistent one.
Yeah, no. First you had outlaws go from like cool outlaw romp to all of a sudden we're infiltrating a temple of time
Agents of Edgewatch.
and your secret cops.
No, you're secret cops, but then you're not anymore, but then you are again.
Secretly, you were
Ugh.
never not cops. But
And
with
Norgab's a whole, a religion of secrets and shadows. Don't tell people what you're doing or who you are.
I maintain it should have been
Stage an open
Robocog.
coup.
It
Make
should
sure you
have been
do an open
Robocog.
coup.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. It's totally inconsistent.
I say it should have been Abadar.
ooh, interesting choice. But with,
I think it should have been a cult of Pharasma.
with this one, it does kind of follow the story along from the original adventure. The whole like Velstract thing is kind of a left turn pivot. I will admit that.
Yay.
It's just a very specific one, which kind of threw me a little bit. But
Which is extremely fleshed out for things that don't like flesh.
They like flesh.
we like
Too
flesh.
much,
We
if
like
anything.
flesh. Flesh.
Except the one guy whose skull we have, he doesn't like flesh. It was a tie. It was a 4-way tie.
Really?
Before we tied that, I got left out of it. Man.
Matt.
Why are you giving me villain points? Jeez. See,
Sorry,
I feel
Korgar.
bad. I feel bad that Korgar got left out, so Korgar's gonna get one anyway.
Yay!
Korgar can have Whispers, actually, because Whisper's not here.
Okay.
So?
I can still burn hero points for her, Matt.
Well, that way everyone's got, like, one each. It's fine.
I voted for Whisper because I was like, there's no way I would be lucky enough to have someone like cool, like Illustrana or Bow by my side. It would 100% just be Whisper creeping me the fuck out if I
Which
were
is exactly
here.
why I voted for Matt.
Yay. Thank you for the villain point.
Chat, if you're ever upset by the way the poll went and you have 1,000 channel points, you can give a hero point with exclamation point, hero point, or clicking on the thingamajiggy.
The little button. I always click the button.
You always click the button?
But I now have stiff drinks to soften the. I'm not going to continue that one.
Yeah, you're not going to continue that one?
I would like D10 to be pixelated. I think that will bring me some joy
In these trying times?
in these trying times.
How about this? I would have gone for the chibi, actually,
Yay.
but
It appears that I have lied to chat, and exclamation point, hero point does not work.
Let's go gamers. You gotta click the button.
Yeah, you have to click the button. I'm sorry. But you can spend 1,000 challenge points to give hero points or a villain point to me.
Yeah, I'm not the streamer. I didn't set any of this up. I don't know how it works.
Look, I have looked into several times ways to automate it a bit better. No.
I guess we're going to the clock tower.
Let's go, TikTok clock. 10 stars, here we come.
Do you really want to go to Click Clock? Click
clock.
I'd like to go
I don't.
Yeah.
But I would like for the problem to be solved.
Yeah.
And alas, I have to go to the clock tower to solve it.
There better be like one of those romantic scenes up there.
Well, as you approach TikTok Tower, because fuck it, let's just roll with it. This used to be something of a volcanic peak once upon a time, but whatever damage the Velstracts have done here have also extended to the volcano itself. And within its hollowed out shell, a factory of some sort has been made.
Within the caldera. That's
Yes.
what the technical term for a volcano crater is.
But even as you approach, because I'm imagining at least one of you will be approaching on Bird.
Yeah. I approach by bird.
You do see the giants as you approach.
Okay. Well, they look normal-ish.
This is like extreme hair metal.
Maybe we can talk to them. Maybe they'll be reasonable.
If you want to do a society check, Illustrana, you can.
I would love to do a society check, Matt. I would love nothing more than to society them.
Where can we stop now before we just roll natural ones for recovery checks?
That will actually be a success, Illustrana. These are shadow giants. Often hailing from the plane of shadow. And
I feel like Whisper could have just given us that one.
well, yeah, but Whisper's not here.
Just looking at them.
But also, they tend to serve as enforcers for the Velstracts.
Oh my god. Why is everybody working with Velstrax? I hate Velstrax.
Yeah, they could have
They're
just crushed them.
Ugh. Can I just pick up a rock and then fly it really high and then drop it on them?
You really want to do that? If you want to, I won't stop you.
No.
Nick says no.
The one thing giants are really good at is if you throw rocks at them.
Well, I'm not throwing it. I'm dropping it. Gravity's doing the
Matt
throwing.
is going to take that as throwing.
Well, more importantly, the reaction is called catch rock.
Yeah.
What happens if you drop an anvil instead?
Doesn't work.
Do they have catch anvil?
No, it doesn't
What if I
work.
pick up a tree?
Doesn't work. It has to be a rock.
Okay.
The monster is targeted with a thrown rock strike, or a rock would fall on the monster.
So it does have the ore. There you go.
Oh man.
But yeah, if you want to drop a boulder
Okay.
on it, you can.
No.
I don't want to. I'm just gonna.
Thank you,
Kill them.
Aggro. I am now topped out of villain points.
Oh, that's miserable. Let's go kill them.
Man. Let's go talk to them. I bet they're reasonable.
This
I
Dolmen's
was to
Caldera.
use-
What? Sorry?
If I was to use the adamantine dragon's boulder breath, would he be able to catch them and throw them back at me?
Honestly,
that'd be fantastic.
I would probably give him the AC bonus they get for catch rock and apply it to his reflex save for the breath.
Oh man.
Turn into a different dragon.
Just this
Okay,
one
I've
time.
I've got horn dragon. I can do poison. It's just gonna be going up against a lot of undead and stuff that just doesn't care about poison.
Yeah.
So I can't use the other one.
Could do
Well,
like an electric dragon.
I cannot. It's not primal.
Illustrana succeeded on the society check.
No, I can. I just don't get the physical resistance from it.
Oh, okay.
No resistances or immunities.
Let's go.
So poison will work on these guys.
Huzzah!
Well, they seem to be shadow giants, so they're typically associated and friendly with Velstract. So I don't think our odds of talking to them are going to be good. I think we probably should talk to them, inform them that their options are either succumb to catastrophic amounts of violence or surrender. But
Right on. I think we should start with diplomacy too, except like better than those two options.
Well,
those are their options generally. I mean,
this dormant caldera shelters a worksite with a disorganized array of tools, materials, anvils, stools, and tables. A stone structure, its walls adorned with dozens of metal pipes, sits at the center of the caldera. The sound of venting steam, piped water, and operating machinery issues from within the structure. A giant-sized door in the southern face of the building has a broken bone painted on it, with a pool of blood between the broken ends. The east half of the caldera is sheltered by a tall stone wall that's also festooned with pipes, many of which extend upward to spew smoke and steam into the air. While to the south, a break in the caldera's wall allows a flight of steps to descend and affords majestic views of the entire realm below.
Is the symbol of like the broken bone with blood, is that a like religious symbol?
Give me a religion check.
Oh my god. Why are we
Alright,
all
guys.
rolling like shit,
I've
guys?
got this.
You got this,
This
Kogar?
is my natural one.
I believe in you.
Well,
It's
it's
12.
It's the first number above 10 that hasn't been a 14. It's also the third number above 10 that I've rolled.
Kogar, you have actually seen this symbol a couple of times already.
Hot diggity dang.
Particularly around this area, there was a lot of it in the Fleshworks, for instance. And it appears to be this symbol of whoever is ruling the realm at the moment.
The lady, not Saren Ray.
The lady?
Yes, Soren Ray.
Saw about it, Saren Ray. I believe this is the symbol of Sad Ray. Sad Ray? Sore loser. That
I
one.
believe her name was something like Sonar Ray. Like Sonar Array.
Sore and get.
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Well, you're going to approach.
Knocking on TikTok's
I'm
door.
gonna be flying, providing air support.
Excuse me, Matt. I think you need to rename the scene.
I do need to
I'm gonna
rename the scene.
strafe anyone that goes to attack my friend.
I thought you said these were huge giants. These are only large giants,
Tomato, tomato.
which means I can throw them better.
How tall are the ceilings in this room?
Big enough for giants.
Well, I know that.
Oh.
But are they like vaulted for giants?
Currently, you're on the outside. You're not actually inside of it yet.
Oh, this is the outside? Okay, sorry.
Inside,
was
it should still be
inside.
fine because giants.
Okay.
Tick-tock,
I'll just
clock.
be flying. Just be up like,
Hello.
I shall scuttle up the stairs.
You're gonna
I think
turn
there's
into a
down
crab
the
for that?
stairs.
Don't be silly. That's the end point of evolution. Korgar's not quite there.
Some retire, some turn to crab. The giant, who at this point is kind of holding a scalding hot pot of what looks like slag, maybe metal or something,
Coffee.
puts it down and goes, "So who are you?"
We're a group of adventurers who have accidentally become rulers of a place called Harrow Heart, which is connected to a bunch of Harrow cards.
All right.
We're here looking for some Harrow cards, which may or may not be in the area. Have you seen any cards?
He kind of thinks about it for a couple of moments, goes, "Not really. You here to work?"
Not really.
Pleasure mostly.
Pleasure? He looks around to the workyard. It's like,
pleasure. Illustrata thinks that's hilarious.
Well, conversely, there seems to be some kind of magic barrier around a Lich's castle, which we are also looking into dismissing, as it were, so that we can get the cards therein.
well, Bao, give me a perception check.
You got it, pal.
Beautiful.
37.
37. This chapter is literally a MacGuffin hunt. Aww.
The whole campaign's a MacGuffin hunt.
Yeah.
No, but like especially MacGuffin hunty. You gotta find the 4 things to break down the barrier before you can do the other thing to find the more things.
The whole campaign is a MacGuffin hunt.
I will be completely honest. I added the barrier
See?
because I wanted you to work
you.
up to the boss fight.
Oh, you didn't want us to just run at the boss fight.
Because that's exactly what we would have done.
Yeah, you absolutely would have.
You think we wouldn't have taken the shortcut available? We are lazy as hell adventurers.
Listen, we're still trying. It could still work.
Bao.
Hey.
Having a closer look at this guy, you can see various stitch marks across his flesh from scars and wounds that have been opened up over time.
Hey.
Could I get Whisper to
Must
do
have
a
been from all
stealth
the
check?
comedy.
Yeah. She's sneaking. She's sneaky.
They must have big comedy here in this caldera.
She's gonna use her hero point on that.
Fair.
Thank goodness.
Let's go! First nat 20 of the session. And it's on Whisper. She just
I
wants
should
to
have brought
like
a spoon.
peek.
She wants,
in
she
this
wants to have a
door.
little bit of a peek.
No peek, yeah.
Yeah.
As she
A
sneaks.
peek at the peak.
She's got that natural 20. She can take a peek. You can open that door.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Good
There's like a
inside.
mech warrior in there.
Enhance.
I'm sorry, is that a bar?
With weird eyes.
Only Whisper can see this.
I know,
There's
but
a
like,
guy getting
What do you mean only whisper?
dissected.
Oh, the doors are actually open.
So you want to see the
Yeah.
mech warrior?
I don't.
but Matt,
Are
I would
you
have some kind
sure?
of divine sense, I'm sure.
Divine Sense dispensary.
Actually,
Divine Sense spigot.
honestly, of some of the others, but slight body horror warning. I think you've
Oh,
seen
this
guys.
is just a regular Velstract.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's lame.
Praise the Omnislash. Not the Omnisire. God.
Yeah, I much prefer the Cult Mechanicus to this. At least they clean up after themselves. These guys, look at how messy their utensils are. No
Yeah,
rad
that's-
cleansing anywhere.
That's the takeaway from here.
Well, yeah, that's why they give Skitari metal legs, is so that they don't have them all rot through radiation poisoning.
So yeah, getting into the castle if there's no cards here.
Oh,
Yay, nay?
Whisper
I'm
is just gonna cast
Above my
Figment,
pay grade, mate.
Is there-
to whisper in Bao's ear and just be like, "There's a weird mech warrior in the room over."
Is there someone else I could talk to around?
Corn
You want to talk to the boss?
Sure.
Fine.
Thanks, man. Oh, hell yeah.
That's one big lobotomized giant. Let's just make sure I've got enough space to expand. There we go.
Are there like rafters, Matt?
Not rafters, definitely pipes.
It's not like a. Okay, Butonius is just gonna perch on a pipe or something. Like, presumably not a hot one.
Yeah, a cooling pipe.
I must commit art.
Oh god. As he
Hey,
enters,
look, if it means I can do it, I can.
as all of you enter behind him, the Velstract kind of looks to all of you entering and go, "You idiot! Why did you let them in here?" But they wanted to see the boss. And he just kind of starts rubbing his scalp, and like the claws across the metal is kind of a terrible sound to behold.
It's cool, man. Don't worry. It's cool. Barkeep, can I just get that one? And I point at the barrel.
Automatically, he goes to start pouring it, and the Velstract slams his arm down and goes, "No, we're here to kill them. These are the intruders."
No, I didn't want a glass. I wanted that one.
I don't believe that we're that you're supposed to kill us. I mean, I don't think that there's anything in particular about us that you'd want to kill. Unless you want, extraordinary amounts of violence visited upon you because you just randomly attacked some people.
He looks up at you.
Look at the man. That's exactly what he does. You're not offering him something he doesn't already have.
Don't threaten me with
There
a
we
good
go.
time.
My artwork is complete.
Barkeep, can I get that one?
Knowing that this is a little bit beyond his pay grade, he leaves and closes the door.
Are the other
Velstract or the
giants
barkeep?
looking for the exit? The guy who let us in here.
But he yells out the command, "Kill them already!"
Well, that's rude.
Okay, wait. How about, hear me out. How about, instead of just the regular fighting, which I'm sure you're super good at and cool to do, drinking
Whisper use your
contest?
stealth check as
Yes.
the initiative radical.
That hearing me out got me.
Drinking
That one, the hear
contest.
me out cake.
So that's a no to the drinking contest.
The giant behind the bar seems to consider it for a moment, and he just gets that filthy look from the Velstract. They kind
I'm
of,
challenging the Velstract.
Yeah.
he doesn't care.
Oh.
So, hey, Matt,
The
if
giant
we
just
kill
tightens
the
the chains.
Velstract specifically, will the rest of them stand down?
I don't know. Will they?
We are keeping this one alive no matter what happens. I will personally heal him if anything bad happens to this man.
Can we name him something? Chat? Can we get a name for him?
I think we have limousine. What was that for?
Nah.
Limousine was for, I think, one of the. Did the one that let us
Just
in
when I saw the picture of it, it can be for anyone.
Okay.
make that the barkeep?
Limousine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Velgar. Is that a Velstract?
The Vels.
Yeah. Limo.
I would have taken Mr. Meanie Bobini.
Banana Fana Fofini.
I never got that.
Strawberries. It's probably slightly racist and we don't even know.
I mean, quite possibly. A lot of the songs from back then are kind of a little bit like that. But
Whisper's gonna delay until after Illustrana.
Always the way. Illustrana?
Okay. Illustrana is going to
Let's shrink out boy a little bit.
Butonius is going to use his little free action to fly down.
Yep.
And then Illustrana is going to recall knowledge on this Velstract.
Yep.
What do you want for that? Demon lore?
Let me double check. They do count as fiends, so demon lore will work.
Okay, radical.
What I want to know.
Do they count as demons, by the way? Because I do get bonuses against demons.
They
like
count
special
as specifically
bonuses.
fiends in Velstracts.
Okay. Okay, they're like a class of fiend that's not a demon.
Correct. Most of them used to be people.
Oh, they're chitons. Okay.
Yes, that was their.
Okay.
This Velstract is their new name
Okay.
because of everything that once he was doing, Paizo couldn't keep guidance. Apparently, there was a lot of
I've rolled
sad
my
designer
demon lore
roll.
check.
You have fought one of these before?
Oh, we have. Okay. Is there any like sort of ongoing magical effects he's got going on?
Really? You're going for
That's
that
what
again?
I want to know. That's what I want to know.
No, unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, reflex is his weakest save.
Okay. I will pass that along to everybody, and then I will just do a strike. I will critically miss. Great time.
You have a hero
Roll that.
point.
Yeah, and I'm gonna normal miss. A 5. I should hit on a 5 crit on a 15. If I'm not hit on a 5 crit on a 15, it's not a good combat encounter.
Oh, is that right?
If I'm not the main character, then it's not good enough.
Then I am going to attack again.
There you go.
Radical.
Wheel and woe.
I'm going to critically hit, and deal, like a bajillion damage. I
Probably,
assume.
yeah. Like you're using Demon's Bane? Yeah, no, this is gonna hurt a lot. Oh god.
84 damage. Let me make sure. Yeah, because that only procs against demons, which these are not. Irksome.
So, enfeebled.
Against demons. Yep.
It's a critical hit, so frightened.
Clumsy.
Then we're gonna do the brilliant.
Yeah.
He's good.
Off guard.
And now he takes the
I'd love
damage.
for you to take the damage. Amazing.
Almost triple digits.
Well, that ends my turn.
As you come down and slice him with your holy blade.
Oh, I could have shouted at him because he was in demoralized range. Never mind.
Oh
Whisper.
no! The pain! I can't feel it anymore!
Whisper is going to cast Figment.
Yeah.
And sort of emanating from his general area in his voice, she's gonna shout, they're too much for us! Retreat! So
I'm not sure what part of intelligible words you're misinterpreting here.
Did it say it can't do intelligible words?
The sound can't include intelligible words or elaborate music.
If you
That's
want to
so
do a diversion,
stupid.
though.
That was the main thing. Like, I thought it'd be cool to like have them to like try to. It doesn't heighten. That's so dumb.
Well, it's a
I'm gonna say
cantrip.
it. I'm gonna say it. Figment should heighten to allow you to do words. That's stupid.
No, there's illusion spell that can do it. Also, Figment is subtle, and you can use it for a lot of things.
Oh, Figment
Yeah.
is dumb. I'm
Sure you
just
wanna
gonna
use
do
Figment?
it to not do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do a different thing. I had a cool idea. It was like a cool character thing. Fine.
I mean, you could jump on top of that guy and then jump onto the bar top and then whack him. I think that looks pretty cool. But that's just me.
Whisper's just gonna run in and fucking kill this guy.
Just run across the giant bar.
Yeah.
Hey, all I want is for Bao to climb atop the bar.
Hey, chat, should I make Whisper do a balance check? Actually, no, this is going to be pointless for Whisper, isn't it?
Yes.
Whisper's got like a 50 million.
I think even if Whisper rolled a natural 1, Whisper would still succeed.
Would not surprise me at all.
Flurry of blows. And then we're gonna do a trip. Minus 8. Actually, no. We're gonna assurance this trip, I think.
Well, let's do that. All right. I love that you've already got this guy to, like, injured.
And then assurance trip.
Oh, you're giving Illustrana back her 34.
34 trip.
Meets beats.
Let's go. Assurance trip.
Whisper riding across the bar, smacking him one and then tripping out his legs. Velgar goes down.
While her hands are just sort of punching him, her legs just sort of grab his ankle, or her hair grabs his ankles and just sort of like pulls him out from under him, and he lands. But he's got like the extra leg, so he just sort of like thuds down on like the.
God.
Yeah. His legs just sort of do the splits.
Well, Cortain sunscreen. What's your...
I think he should delay until after my turn.
Oh, really? Illustrana's already attacking, but they kind of... You know what? He's going to target you, Korgar.
Me?
Yep.
I haven't done anything. I'm just a little guy.
And he's going to throw a rock at you.
Well, that's just mean.
Draws boulder, throws boulder. No, Velgar's going to get a turn. We'll leave that for him. He throws his rock at you, Korgar. And after he's done that, he kind of just grabs a hold of his cloak and wraps it around himself as you see the shadows begin to gather around him. He is now concealed.
Okay.
Korgar!
I'll do the same then.
For a rock at him?
No, I'll pull my cloak around me and and do a spinny thing. It's obviously the cloak has nothing to do with whatever I'm doing. But I think it's immensely funny. And because Illustrana's 5 foot in the air, we're going to say that I don't take up this corner. Because, yeah.
Yeah?
And then I'm going to crunch.
You going crunch?
I'm going to crunch. Okay, game, you can't do maths. That is 29. That is 28. Give me the higher number, please. I'm glad I'm rolling higher now.
When it
But
matters
I am
most.
upset that it's not a critical. You did roll a natural 20 for it, though. Guess I'll get over it.
Well, gonna take that damage. Still on triple digits!
For now.
As you bite at him.
That is what I have done. I have done the crunch.
Alright. And that's you done because you also did the untamed form.
That's me done.
Velgar! He has been hit with Holy, hasn't he? Well, because I keep forgetting to do the aura thing.
Aurora.
I'm back.
I need
Whisper never forget her auras.
I need everyone to do a will save, because I'm just gonna have to do
man.
auras this way. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep forgetting them.
Okay.
Success! 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 And
Critical
Whisper?
success.
Sorry, I'm rolling Butonius.
Betonius is immune to this.
Oh, okay, well,
Fine, either way.
critical success anyways.
Also fine. Alright. God, I prefer doing auras that way. So much easier. You did like 100... dragon, though. Dragon.
These nuts.
Oh, have you heard of that new creature that Paizo's bringing out?
No, continue with your turn.
It is going to claw at you, Korgar.
Oh man. Can it like reduce that result by 2?
No?
Okay.
Unless you got a thing that makes it reduce it.
Unfortunately, I do not have a shield. I mean, I do, but I don't.
It's there in
Thou
spirit.
could use her champion reaction.
I would never.
I mean, not for 19 damage.
Fair enough.
It has to be big damage.
I mean, you still affect the enfeebled on him.
Well, not going to be able to do the surgical rend.
See, something like surgical rend, that would have done a reaction, sure.
Last attack for Illustrana.
Miss.
Dude's gonna miss. Alright. Bow!
Jump up on the bar.
Woohoo!
Oh no,
So-
that's through his friend area. He's gonna hit you with an attack of opportunity. Or a
Yeah,
reactive
okay.
strike.
Sure.
I love that Whisper ran through it. He didn't do anything.
Fantastic. So Smite specifically says single out one enemy to destroy in your deity's name. Bao definitely just says this man is stopping me from having a drink.
Fair. And to answer your question, Illustrana, the Velstract was not aware of Whisper because Whisper had used stealth.
Oh, right. She was super sneaky.
She was avoiding notice.
That's
Quite
going
well.
Yet.
He's no longer in triple digits.
Very much not in triple digits. So
He does not like that holy.
No.
Most demons don't.
I should
No,
get a
you
holy
smited,
rune.
didn't you?
Yeah, that was 3 actions.
Tank hard the poor. Valgar's looking pretty fucked up right now, and the Giants are kind of like in particular, he looks over to his scooped out friend.
This is a real don't start none won't be none situation.
He kind of looks to his other friends, like the other Giants, and there's kind of a nod that's shared between them. As he grabs his rock and throws it.
Who's he using the rock against?
Yay!
Oh,
Rebellion!
Unionize! Unionize!
Unfortunately, the rock does miss.
Well, careful of the bar, my guy. Don't spill any drinks.
He's
The
gonna
one pain he was not ready for. The pain of betrayal.
curses. And then he's gonna try to punch. God, dude cannot hit.
No.
You have a villain point.
Would I use it on? No.
No.
So, still targeted. He too is going to throw his rock. That's going to be a hit. Why are you idiots attacking me? And he's going to draw another rock and just kind of heft it a little bit. Illustrana.
I'm gonna strike.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely going to.
I'm surprised you missed the reactor, the backstab.
I was eating.
It's fine. I'm not going to put the
Your hands
debilitations
were
on him.
occupied. Not that it makes a difference.
Yeah. No, you're
Actually,
okay.
it makes a slight difference, but
And Illustrana, as he's like, "Why are you fools betraying me?" As she brings in her machete for the final blow, she's just gonna go. Well, they seem to know how to pick a winner.
Well done. And with that,
I sit on top of him and crush him.
crash, crash, crash.
One tankard, please. Because dragons have hand with which to drink ale.
They can, in fact, do manipulate actions.
One giant-sized keg, says Bao.
Just gonna stick a straw in there and go to town.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to pull you a round of drinks, but then we're gonna kind of leave here because we don't want to be here for what comes next.
Thumbs up occurs.
Do you know anything about the barrier or cards in this local area?
So TikTok has a card on him.
Okay, so TikTok's a person. Good, and that wasn't TikTok. Excellent. We're learning so much right now.
Kind of gnarly. He used to be the locksmith, but the Velstract did a number on him. I mean, he got to keep his keys.
So, shockingly, the Velstracts did terrible things. So,
Yeah.
whatever. No new information is gained. Can you point us in his direction after we have a lovely drink?
He has a hell of a scream, if that helps.
Doesn't.
And they indicated that door.
Great.
Whisper's just gonna do a little peek through the door. She can crack it.
I don't have silence prepared anymore. I can't prepare silence anyways.
These drinks ain't shit.
Well,
Are we
as
doing that? Okay.
as I had to describe to another party, giants have to make sure the alcohol goes further. And you definitely get the feeling this is more a bread and circuses type situation, where the idea of the alcohol here is to kind of just keep them sustained rather than have actual fun.
Whisper's just sort of poking her head through the door. She's stealthily looking
36.
around this next
Hey, Matt.
room.
How long ago did Scoopo get killed?
Doesn't look too long.
Okay. Would you say that it died?
You're not.
No, it didn't. That doesn't work. That's a time of death.
Are you gonna reincarnate him?
I mean, at the moment, I'm half tempted to, but that takes 4 hours.
It does.
It does.
Well, well synced, guys. Well synced. Or at least on my end, that was synced.
See, on my end, we set it one after the other.
Okay, so yeah, no, Breath of Life doesn't work, and I don't have anything better on my staff.
Yeah, look, our man's here is missing the top half of his head and his brains. I don't think a Breath of Life is going to do it.
Actually, Matt, what level is a Shadow Giant?
Oh, there's like weird bone dragons. Can I get the art for these guys?
Sure. Did you want the art for TikTok as well?
Curse of Dragon,
where's
or
TikTok? I don't see TikTok. TikTok might be hidden.
TikTok?
that looks
Oh,
very
TikTok's
cool.
over there.
Shadow boys.
Them's looks very much like a very cool thing.
By the way, is the Velstract, does he have any cool metal that makes up his parts, or is he just normal metal?
Normal metal.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Well, I
he's not made of star metals. Though a star
won't
metal
butcher him
Velstract,
for star metals. Then
a star metal Velstract sounds cool as hell.
No, it
I
doesn't.
think.
That's awful.
Also, this is just a tangent, but I kind of miss Pathfinder 1E's like whole explanation for how the alchemical process of alchemical silver got applied to weapons.
You're right. That is a
I
tangent.
think that. Sorry, I was just thinking about precious metal weapons, and how 1E does them better than 2E. 1E does them better. I'll say it. 2E, they're just kind of mid. They don't feel great. They feel cool in 1E.
I disagree. My mithril sword felt amazing.
There are ways to make it better. But what's the plan? Look, Korgad, this guy's not coming back unless you're going to do a full reincarnate on him.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. What level is he?
13? I'll just tell you.
What are those weird dragony dudes in the next room?
How much does that cost?
Whispers for calling knowledge.
Not shadowy creatures. That will not be successful.
They're not shadow plane dudes.
13. Hey, so if we want to
Sorry.
spend 1,600 gold, I can revive this guy.
No.
Should I have rolled occultism to recall knowledge on them?
Surprisingly, nature? No, look, if you want to roll occult,
They're shadow fae.
There you go.
Bao is in fact correct. They are in fact shadow fae.
That was Nick. Bao wouldn't know.
No.
Okay. They're not drinks.
But, Korgar, what were you going to do?
I was drinking with Bao.
Okay. The reconate can happen in a minute.
It takes 4 hours, Matt. There's no rush for it. He's not going to be. If you said he died recently, he's not going to be any deader within the next month.
True. That's true.
So, what are those guys? The Shadow Fae. Could you give us a quick lore rundown for the people that aren't Nick and know what that is?
They are Ankoi. Ankou. They are a shadowy fae that serve elder fae.
Well, most Fae do.
Yeah. But particularly they have a tendency to serve the eldest.
Okay. Do they have any really cool special abilities that I should know about? Anything that makes them cool and fun to fight?
They can make shadow duplicates of themselves.
Do the shadow duplicates do anything other than be shadowy? Like, do the shadow duplicates kill you?
They can.
Well, okay.
But you get the feeling there are going to be more minions for this fight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they have a sneak attack, and they are weak to cold iron.
Okay. That's good to know.
Not adamantine? Aw.
For Illustrana. Illustrana
Don't
does
worry,
have a
your
cold
time will
iron
come.
weapon.
One day I will put you up against an adamantine golem.
Are adamantine golems weak to adamantine? I thought they were just made of it.
Oh, I don't remember.
And strong against everything else.
I was being facetious. But what's
They're
the
probably
plan?
weak to orichalcum.
Go through this door.
Go through the
Yeah.
door?
Squeeze through the door.
Hello.
Squeeze.
Now, do we want a closer look at
that is
TikTok?
Yeah.
That is some situational ambience.
I love that giant skull. That's so goofy.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like... You know what? I'm not going to make that joke.
How did they get that through the door? Like that, they had to build that here.
Oh, no, it was here where we built the place.
Oh wait, actually this is outside again, I think.
Yep, that's just a regular guy.
That is just a regular guy.
Sorry, I'm checking. Oh no, that is inside. We are
Yeah.
inside right now.
You are, in fact, inside.
I mean this nicely, guys, but like the shock has worn off.
What, you figure I
If
chose
you
to
like-
look like this?
If you like could intersperse it with like, you know,
Oh, he has a
Regular things.
double jointed arm.
and then we come back to you.
But if you don't want to sort of be like this and want sort of all your suffering to come to an end, you could always surrender. We are working to try to make this place a bit better.
Well, I do wish you luck with that, but that's super not how this works.
Well, why?
I mean, it
isn't
can.
It legitimately, it's so easy. You just say, I surrender, and then you hand over the card that you have.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll let you leave. You slew the giants, so you've heard
Well,
that much.
actually, you didn't slay any giants.
You didn't
It was
slay the
mostly
giants?
Mostly
No, they
just the
decided-
Velstract. Yeah, they decided to unionize.
We didn't actually
gonna
say
look
anything
over
about
to the-
unionizing.
I'm gonna look over to the Shadow guy, Shadow Fae, and just sort of nudge him and be like, yeah, unionize against these guys.
It's George just kind of falls off.
I'm taking that as a tacit agreement.
So,
Could you at least just tell us which card you have so we know whether we should bother or not?
he kind of gestures with his lockpick-like hands.
Uh-huh.
No.
I assume he has the locksmith as sort of the idea. Again, just sort of curious, why aren't you surrendering? It seems like the Velstracts have done nothing but be unkind to you. I don't understand why you have any loyalty to them.
Yeah, you don't really understand how this works, do you?
No.
Seems like maybe a Stockholm syndrome type thing.
No, we literally cannot resist their control.
Ah.
Yeah, you can. The other one did. I'm gonna hold up the midwife and be like, she gave me this, and then we left.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's true.
The midwife.
Yeah,
Who's the midwife?
One of the other cards?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Are
Does
you
it
trying
ring a
to
gear?
disbelieve something I'm actively holding?
He looks closer at the card. Just says, "Yeah, I don't recognize her."
Yeah, it's not.
He's just like, I've got no idea who that bitch is.
Illustrator, give me a fortune-telling lore.
Okay, did I crit fail my last one?
No.
Al's eye is going to twitch real hard and blood's going to come out of her nose.
42.
Illustrata, the parable of the midwife was she was ignored by all of her captors.
That doesn't matter.
So the reflection, or with her epitomized in this realm, she's also ignored by all of her prisoners. Sorry, ignored by all of her
Doesn't
jailers,
matter.
including TikTok. And
I am actively holding the item.
look, I know that's a magic card. I don't recognize the midwife. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just know that we have the magic card, and therefore
You can just
what we're saying is legit because we have the thing we're saying.
Matt, does this guy have his magic card on him?
Give me a
you
perception
just,
check.
tried resisting really hard. Have you considered?
He does, in fact, have the card on him.
Can I tell where?
It is currently tucked in his belt.
Whisper, do a crime.
Whisper's just gonna try to do a crime.
While we're arguing, can Whisper do a crime?
I just point out, hey, there's card.
Free to steal?
Yoink.
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this.
Wait, hang on,
Bow?
there's an actual action for point out, isn't there?
There is actually an action for point out, but Bow,
Yes.
you're doing a distraction, so I'm gonna need deception
Technically.
or diplomacy. You're not
Diplomacy it
deceiving
is.
him.
No, I'm actively
I'd like
trying to
aid.
not deceive him. This is the hardest I've ever tried to convince someone of what I'm telling them.
Add 2 to that. So 46.
Well, definitely distracted. Comparing that to his will save. All right.
Wait, we already have the locksmith. What?
Oh, sorry. It's not the locksmith he has on him, but he is the locksmith.
Yeah, we have the locksmith.
Actually, did I
when
say
does
he had
that
the
bonus
locksmith on him?
apply?
No, that's
You
just
didn't mention the
Just
card.
Okay,
implied
cool.
it.
Yeah, no.
You just said that there was a card there.
I didn't think I did.
It's only to pick locks. Okay. Yeah, so thievery to steal. Well, that's a 4. Gamers. You try your best. Can Illustrana donate her hero point to this?
You know what? Sure.
Thank you.
I think
Because Whisper had
does
it
not.
originally anyway. Or Whisper had
Whisper
a
got
hero
one at the
point.
mid-break too.
Yeah.
That's better. 39.
And that is against his
That
perception
card.
DC.
Give me that card, Matt.
His perception
That's-
DC is 39.
card.
Sorry, 37.
Meets. Give it to me.
Give it to Whisper? Sure.
Give it to Whisper.
Come on, Whisper. Open up. Here we go. Boop. So-
Whisper is gonna go.
Yeah.
I think we should probably leave. It feels unkind to just murder this guy.
Done with this stupid anyway.
If Bao leaves, Illustrana is gonna follow her lead. Whisper's just gonna head on out. And she's just gonna, as we make it out of the room, she's gonna pull the card out of her hair. It's just sort of been
Why am I
buried
bleeding?
up into like her hair, and then it sort of slowly comes down. Like, you know, the key that Davy Jones has in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's sort of like that, where it's just sort of been hidden in her hair, and she
Yeah.
pulls it out. What card is it, Matt?
It is the Forge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, she just sort of holds it out to
Someone.
Korgar, because he's got the dwarf. Those should probably go
Am I full up
together.
on cards?
Hey, I'll take this.
How many cards are we allowed to have? Because
Wow.
I think Whisper has more than the amount.
We can only have a hand of 5.
Okay, well, Whisper has like 15 invested, so I'll leave that up to.
Well, the hand only counts as 1.
It could be left up to later.
Uh,
You do hear a voice, TikTok's voice, from the other side of the door go, "Huh, I thought they would have fought harder for the card." There's silence. Wait a minute.
iconic.
Just gonna.
We're gone. We're not here anymore.
Yeah,
You gone?
just
Hey, was there any loot in there that we could have gotten?
You will never know.
Probably.
Damn
There
it.
were monster parts I could have harvested at the very least. I'm gonna throw the forge into the
Stash, easy done.
stash. I still think that we should give the rabbit prince the companion trait so Butonius can use it.
God. The giants kind of give you a wink and a nod, and they're kind of like, "We'll stall him as long as we can."
thanks, Vance. Appreciate.
Good luck with the union.
I mean, we didn't say anything about a union.
Consider it.
Illustrana just sort of like nods and winks slyly.
You're stronger together. It's a good bargaining trick, chick.
I mean, both of those words work.
Yeah.
The
Well-
Forge.
As you all leave the caldera,
Castle.
you do hear TikTok kind of yelling and screaming as you leave.
Oh, TikTok and the clock.
There's slight
so this-
disappointment.
This card is worthless to me.
Well, yeah.
And all be winners.
What does it even do?
You could repair an item and you get Hefty Hauler.
Oh, okay.
Well, empty holder's okay.
Back to stash. We'll say I
I'll
have it,
take
but just to
it.
keep my inventory clean.
I mean, Illustrana can take it. I theoretically have a use case for it at some point.
Hmm.
Oh, the upside
Hey,
down
look, the
dwarf hut.
barrier's down.
Yay!
We should go there right now and start the fight.
Go kill the Lich.
Why would you want to kill the Lich? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she
I mean,
saw
we're
about not being
probably
Sarenrae.
We're probably gonna talk to her, and try not to kill her, and then she's gonna attack us, and then we're gonna kill her.
Well,
What happens if you reincarnate a Lich?
You can't.
I can't?
They are not dead when they die, they are destroyed.
No, but like without having destroyed them.
You're just sort of like
God, I
over
hate
there.
that.
I would assume
just-
that it would
Just
fail.
pin them down for 4 hours and then reincarnate
I
them.
assume it would fail due to the fact that their soul is not available.
I
And I
mean,
believe the soul has to be available for reincarnate.
but wouldn't that be a thing? Like, get a hold of the soul cage and just reincarnate the Lich?
From a distance.
I guess if you had their soul cage, you
Yeah.
know.
Or the target's soul is trapped or doesn't wish to return.
Oh, so they have to want it.
Yeah. And also, Pharasma can just say no.
That is correct.
Allowed to.
No, but I could absolutely see Pharasma being like, I'll allow it.
Yeah. This would be fun.
I don't know. I feel like Pharasma would be like, nah, they tried to escape me once, not letting them go for it a second
No,
time.
because here's how it would work. Pharasma would say yes, and then she'd just assign a psychopomp to be over him the entire time.
Oh, we know how obnoxious they can be.
And just kind of standing there being like, yeah, no lichdom for you. You're not
Just
going to do that again.
constantly cawing. Like
look.
6:30 in the morning, on the dot, loud cawing into this guy's window.
So, anime writers, I got a brilliant idea for a new isekai for you.
And it's a lich that gets
I was a lich and
reincarnated.
was reincarnated. Now a servant of the goddess of death is now down to get me every morning to get to my day job.
I was a lich and I got reincarnated into a leshy.
No.
That's not long enough for a title, though.
No, this is anime, right? So, Lich in a fantasy world gets reincarnated into a human in this world.
Oh god, no.
They just have to hold down a regular job while knowing all these like powerful magical rituals and stuff like that. And just kind of like the psychopomp over their shoulder being like, no necromancy for you. What about other magic? That's fine.
But like the FBI is after.
That would be incredible. Could you imagine taking a modern world and then, like, you know how they do the medieval and then modernize it with magic?
Yeah.
Do the reverse. Take the modern world and then turn it into a high fantasy setting.
I'm pretty sure that exists. Well, I mean,
probably.
Probably.
Just not as common.
Well, you will be approaching the fallen fortress. Because from the outside, it does look like some sort of creature had this entire castle upon its back, but it has since crashed and kind of dug into the ground around it.
On its back.
Is it an elephant or a turtle?
Is it a crab?
You're not quite sure anymore. Definitely some sort of fey creature. They've built up around it, though.
I thought it was the hermit.
I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
They had like chitined the hermit to be like a giant crab with the castle on its back. That'd be so cool.
That would be a lot of fun.
Because as we've already established, the hermit is a hermit crab.
I think you'll probably find, however, it's probably the epitomize of the keep. As I go through my deck. Yep.
I think it should be the epitomized of the hermit.
Yeah, just the epitomize of the keep. Hermit's moving castle, god. But whatever it had been before is now kind of embedded into the ground. And you do see creatures kind of moving amongst it. A little bit too far away at this point to see them properly. But definitely evil lurks there. But I'm going to leave the session there for tonight.
Actually, evil doesn't exist anymore.
True.
Yeah.
We vanquished all of it. Now there's only unholy.
Detect alignment? Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's a silly spell that only idiots use because it doesn't exist.
So what is the Holy Avenger now?
I think Ninzard said it was detect sanctification.
Avenger.
Does it even exist anymore?
Probably not. If they couldn't keep Magic Missile, I doubt they could keep the Holy Avenger.
It's called the Chalice of Justice.
It's a chalice?
I don't know. It's still a sword. It's just
Okay.
called the Chalice of Justice.
That
It's a +2 greater striking holy cold iron longsword. It's made of a secret alloy that makes the blade both cold iron and silver. That's actually pretty cool. If you're unholy, you're drained 2. And then activate Sip of Justice. Once per day, the pommel of the weapon transmutes into the shape of a miniature chalice. You take a drink from the chalice and regain HP equal to the item's level. If you're holy, you regain double the HP, and for 1 minute, whenever you critically hit an unholy creature with the Chalice of Justice, they take 2d6 persistent damage and is slowed for 1 round. The spirit
that's a
damage
lot of
has
stuff.
holy trait.
I mean, just quickly, did you want that instead of the Holy Avenger?
Sure. I think I would actually, theoretically consider using that, except we did already have a conversation that was like, can my sword count as both cold iron and silver? And you were like, sure.
Isn't that what Dawn Silver is?
Nope.
No. Dawn Silver is just silver, but lighter.
Isn't that Mithril?
Yeah, they're the same.
They're not allowed to use Mithril anymore.
They definitely are allowed to use Mithril anymore. They don't want to use Mithril
Yeah,
anymore.
because it's kind of like an argument between the Tolkien estate and WotC, and I don't think anyone really wants to be a part of that.
Just have it be a
probably
magical
have, like,
silver.
They could probably just spell it even differenter.
Yeah, that's probably what they would have to do. But I'm pretty sure they just decided to go the other way. Either way, however, having explored the Harrowed Realm a little bit further, our heroes have finally collected the cards they need to drop the barrier around the fortress in order to begin their final assault upon the Lich and figure out what is the connection between the Harrowed Realm, Harrowheart, and the domain of the Prince of Wolves. But if you want to find out how that goes, you'll have to join us next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, because it is standard now, for Stolen Fate for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, powered by Foundry of AEDT, presented by Tabletop Obscura, music by Marco Gelfi. Mithril, God. The VOD for this will be up within 48 hours, roughly. I will try not to forget. GG Standard Gamers. Aww. Who's... Because I know the natural 20s aren't...
Dwarf.
Dwarfs alive and doing things?
Dwarf is alive. I'm not sure about alive. He may be dead in Monster Hunters. I'm not sure if he carded or not yet.
I'm not going to hold it against him if he has. So, we are going to be raiding into the Dwarf Down Under. I know I've been given some villain points. I will probably be refunding those, because I know how to do that now. But otherwise, let's do that raid. Anyone else have anything they want to say?
I'm not going to do the line. Someone else is going to do it.
Which line? I'm scared now.
The one at the end.
No?
I love you or whatever. That's what Leo says.
Well, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
There we go. Good night, everyone.